All right, welcome back to the IOY podcast. I got John Wal on here today, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How about you?
Pretty good, man. I just got done with this other interview. I didn't even know. I thought, what time is it over there?
So it's actually 8:04 right now.
Oh shit, really? I thought it was fucking like I was gonna be doing that too over here, but
Oh yeah.
just in time, but how's everything been going over there in Germany and shit?
Dude, so it's been going pretty good. I mean, as you know, COVID's been going on, so I can't really like going out and see most of the country.
Oh yeah.
But I go on hikes. I skate around base. I kind of go out to eat around the nearby area sometimes. It's a really beautiful country.
Oh fuck
Countryside's
yeah.
amazing.
What have so what are you doing? What explain to like everybody like what you're doing out there?
Okay, so I work for the Air Force, well, Space Force now, and
Yeah.
I'm a client systems technician.
Yeah.
So essentially, what I'm doing is I'm helping people with their computer problems. I fix their issues, such as reimaging computers or adding people back to the domain so they have access to the network here.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's a pretty nice job, pretty good paying once you get out, and yeah, it's really nice work. I
Hell
like
yeah.
working with computers.
Hell yeah, man. How'd you get into it?
So I originally wanted to come in for what's called cyber transport.
Yeah.
And cyber transport is where you maintain servers on base, which I like working with hardware like that and computers.
Yeah.
Um, but my recruiter um, couldn't get me the job, so I had to go in open electrical, which like allows you to have a wide range of electrical jobs
Yeah.
that you can get. And unfortunately, cyber transport wasn't on there, so I had to go with client systems.
Do
I
you
don't regret it.
oh you don't even want to mess with the other one then now anymore, huh?
Hey man, I mean, if they gave me the option, I'd
Yeah.
probably go over there.
Give
But
it
now that I'm in Space Force, I might work with satellites instead.
dude, that's pretty fucking dope, man. How did that even get involved? Like when did you like get into Space Force? How the hell did that happen?
Dude, it's actually really crazy. So I applied for it back in tech school, which is right after basic training.
Yeah.
And once you get to tech school, you still have nothing on your record. You're not like you don't have anything that distinguishes you from anybody else.
Yeah.
And so the application process was for all of the Air Force, people in tech school and people in operational who have had more time out here than me.
Holy
And
shit.
they actually picked the people they wanted to
Yeah.
transfer over back over in November. I thought that was it because I wasn't on the list. I was like, sucks to suck, but I know, it's not likely to happen.
Yeah.
And then I sure enough, it was super weird, but they hit me up at the beginning of March and they said that I was selected for it. So I
Hmm.
can accept it or deny it. And my supervisor was the one who gave me the good news. And
Yeah.
I flipped over the phone. I yelled, fuck yes. I screamed. I was in the middle of like a Fortnite match too. So my homie had to, listen to me distracted while he's over here, while I'm dying in the storm. He's like, bro, we gotta go. We gotta go. I'm like, I got better news right now. I got better things to focus on.
Yeah, no shit. That's fucking incredible, man. So when do you get to start doing that shit?
So I first have to finish this assignment here
Yeah.
in Germany. It's a 2-year assignment, so
Uh-huh.
I'll be leaving here in 2022.
Damn, that's
Um,
coming.
so after that, I'll go to a Space Force base, and I'll probably cross train over to satellites.
Dude, that'd be fucking dope. So like what did they tell you what you'll kind of be doing with the satellites and shit?
I'm pretty sure most of it's classified, but
Yeah.
all I know is I'll be helping to make sure that satellites stay functional.
Damn, man. Do you know if like do they have people still kind of go out in the fucking space and do that kind of shit? Mess with the
Um, so
satellites?
so they have actually have astronauts for the Space Force, but
Yeah.
nobody actually goes up there and like physically fixes the satellites in the not yet, at least not yet.
How do they
Technology still has a little bit to go.
how do they fix them then now? Can they really even do much with them?
So most of it is just maintaining the onboard computers on the satellites.
Yeah.
So somebody down on the ground is controlling it and making sure that its path through orbit is maintained.
Yeah, so they don't crash into each other and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
God damn, man. That's pretty good, man. It was good fucking hearing from you, man. Like, holy shit. Like, I ain't seen you since when did you leave?
Dude, I left on February 4th,
February.
2020.
Damn. For real?
Yeah.
Holy
Yep.
shit. Then you gotta come back a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I came back over in November. I was
Yeah,
only here. I was only back home for like 10 days.
yeah,
Hopefully I get to come back soon though.
yeah. You were hanging out with Jesus and all them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I seen the
Yep.
pictures and shit. Yeah. That's pretty dope though, man. It sounds like you're having fun out there. I mean,
I'm having a blast. I'm having a
didn't
blast.
didn't you say you picking up the language a little bit out there and shit?
I'm not the best at it, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to learn it.
What kind of you learn? Like what you said you know how to say mom and dad and shit like that?
I know how to say like I know it's on the spot questions that you should get me. So a kinder. Fraulein is Fraulein is a woman. Kind of blanking on man right now. You caught me off guard.
No, should have rehearsed the shit. No,
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you. But no, man, holy shit, you look pretty G, man. I mean, have you been working out and shit up there and shit too, or what?
Yeah, I work out a little bit. I run around base and whenever the gym actually has capacity, I
Yeah,
go try and get in there. But
yeah. Do you have to do much training for them wise, or is it just all like like how people go to basic training and all that shit, or do you just do all the computer stuff? You don't have to do like basic or anything like that.
so everybody has to pass the same PT test.
Hmm.
And but once you get that done back over in basic training, if you got a good enough score, you don't have to do it for a year. But then COVID also started pushing it back. I was actually supposed to take mine, I think, in February. Or no, no,
Hmm.
no. I'm actually supposed to take mine. I was supposed to take mine next month,
Yeah.
but they pushed it all the way back to July now.
Damn. Is
Yeah.
it so what is the test basically over?
So it is a running portion of push-ups and sit-ups. There used to be pull-ups, but they don't do that anymore. So push-ups, you got to do 44 push-ups. Sit-ups, you got to do, I think it's 56.
Yeah.
And then the run, you have to at least run a mile and a half in 13 minutes and 36 seconds.
Damn. So you can just kind
Yeah.
of been training a little bit for that then?
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's
Yeah.
not too bad. You gotta really not care about passing to not pass. You know what I mean?
Really? How come?
Yeah. Well, it's just not that difficult, you know?
Yeah, but what if you become like a big old fat fucker or some shit then?
Yeah, there's that. There's
There's
that. But I mean, when you compare that to what the Army and the Marines are doing for their training,
Yeah.
it's not really anything,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty dope though, man. But I mean, how's everything been going in Germany? I mean, you said you went and tried out like their foods and shit. Are they a lot different from here?
Oh, I have you there's something here called donor.
Uh-huh.
It's like a sandwich where they put lettuce, cheese, and it's got lamb in it.
Is that
So good. I fell in love the first time I had it.
really?
Love it.
Lamb's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good then, or what? I was thinking about getting some of them motherfuckers this weekend, but I never
man,
did.
get you some lamb. Whether it's like lamb marsala or anything like that. Anything lamb related is so good.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try because I was gonna get them lamb steaks and shit.
They
They
got
look
lamb
pretty good.
steaks over there.
I guess in Hy-Vee and shit, they had them like they're just like, like a steak of fucking just like they look like a steak and it's just lamb meat or some shit.
I might have to check that out when I get back.
Yeah, no shit. So what else have you kind of been doing for fun around there then?
So drinking.
Yeah, no shit.
That I mean, drinking age here is 18, so it's kind of just a normal thing now. But
Yeah.
I like to hang out with my friends. Sometimes we have a drink.
Or
Most times,
tase.
yeah,
I
or
see
taste.
I see that shit. That shit was funny as fuck, man.
Dude, that was the longest 6 seconds I've ever experienced.
Jeez.
I thought it was gonna be nothing,
Yeah.
but this guy said this is gonna show you that a taser can take down a big dude, and I was like, I doubt it. It's not that crazy, but nah. As soon as he started that thing, my whole back like cramped up and started pulling itself back. All my muscles just constricted. So
Really?
I couldn't control it.
What?
I just went down.
What was that? They just wanted you to wanted you to feel that, or just fucking
Oh, I
around?
volunteered for it.
You're just like, fucking do it to me. I want to feel this shit.
Why not? Why not?
Just
Not
fuck.
everybody. I've started a trend actually. Now there's I convinced one of my other friends to go and get tased. Uh, he's over in Herbert Field, Hurlburt Field, over in Florida,
Oh
and
shit.
I got to see him get tased. It was so funny.
It's gonna go fucking viral or some shit, and everybody's gonna
Yeah.
start getting tased and shit. So, what kind of like do they have like bunks and shit for you to stay in, or what do you usually
Uh,
stay in?
so we got dorms.
Okay,
How they have it set up here is there's 4 rooms.
yeah,
Each person gets their own room, their own bathroom, their own closet, and then there's a center kitchen area where like your kitchen is.
yeah,
They
yeah.
got a they got a table and chairs and everything out there. It's like a center area for everybody to meet up.
That was pretty dope, man. So, I mean,
Yeah.
what really sparked your interest to get into like computers and all that shit?
Um. So we used to have a family computer when I
Uh-huh.
was younger that I like to use all day, and I got really curious one time, and I decided I'm gonna open that thing up. And sure enough, I saw the inside of it. I saw the motherboard, the CPU, the graphics card, all of it, and immediately fell in love with computers. I immediately afterward told my dad I needed a new graphics card because it's gonna help the computer, and got me a new graphics card out of it. But
But
yeah, I've always loved computers.
so did you just like kind of how'd you even know where the hell to put that in? I mean, like, how did you like tutorials or anything, or like what the fuck how'd you figure it out?
I just, I was winging it. I'll be honest with you. I was looking at it. I was like, huh. So this is this. This is this. I take them out, put them back in.
Yeah,
It's pretty much plug and play inside of a computer.
yeah.
So you take something out, you can put a new big thing in really easily. So easy.
But
It's really easy to understand.
what about like the hardware and software shit that's like in the computer? What is it like messages, or how do you know that shit? Because that's not really parts, is it?
Um,
Because you do that
so
shit right too.
what
Like
what
you,
the software?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So we remote into people's computers. We look at the some of the information in it, like what update it's at, if we look at the apps and make sure that they are up to date. We make sure that they are, functioning properly. If they don't, we kind of just, delete them, add them back. We run the updates. We re-image the computer, so we set it back to the best known like state of it,
yeah, yeah.
which is before anybody touched it. So it's like a factory reset
Oh,
with an like Air Force specific tweaks to it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, how did they go about when you got there? Did you just kind of they did all the training for you? Like you had to take some classes and stuff, or well, because
Yeah.
you said you went
So
to tech school and stuff, right?
yeah. So when I got to tech school, I learned about operating systems. I learned about there's a big test there called Security Plus. So you got
Mhm.
to know like the security, like how to set up the ports of your computer, how to turn off or disable the ports that aren't necessary,
Yeah.
um, and a wide range of other security related topics when it comes to computing. That test is super difficult. It took me 4 tries to do it. Most
Well,
people only get 2.
how the hell did you get
Um,
4?
dude, I was literally scraping. I was just under what I needed every time. So it's
Damn.
graded in a scale of from you can go from 100 to I believe it's 850. No, yeah, 850 is the highest you can go. Um, I kept scoring at a 700,
Mhm.
a 704, a 716, and you need a 750 to pass. So I
Jesus.
was just under it every time.
So they're just
There's
like,
nothing. Go ahead.
so they just kind of gave you the, 'cause since you're really close, and they're just like, yeah, fuck it, just go ahead and try it again, because there's no reason to
Yeah.
push you away. I mean, if you're that close.
Yeah. Every time I did it, you know, they could clearly see I understood what I was looking at.
Yeah.
I understood the topic, and I could get a good score. But there's these main questions in there called they're like a PBQ, performance based question. Um, Those be like multiple choice, drag and drop, like configuring a firewall. All those will be on there.
Yeah.
And one of them is 50 points, and I guess I was just missing one every time.
Fuck. Well, at least you fucking got it though, man. Shit. I mean, you're
I
there
know,
now. Yeah. I mean, how long did you have to go to the tech school and shit when you were
dude.
doing?
It was supposed to be 2.5 months.
Yeah.
I was there for 8.
Holy shit. Because you kept trying to get that test or what?
Yes,
Well,
that
fuck.
test kept holding me back.
No, fuck. You made it though, man.
I know.
Did you have to keep going to classes and shit while you were there
Yes.
then?
So every time I failed, they'd put me back into classes. I'd run through the exact same material over and over. And
Fuck.
I was like, just give me the test. I kept telling them, just give me the test. I swear I can pass it. Let me skip the class. But yeah,
How long were the
you gotta take the
classes?
fun. It's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks
Yeah.
of studying, and then they schedule you for a time for the test.
Yeah. I bet you grew really fucking impatient when you're fucking trying to take them tests right away. You're like, fuck the
Oh,
class.
oh yeah, no. I Every time I failed, I went back and I thought about the fact that I had to take a class again. I'm like, fuck this class. Just let me take the test. You know?
Yeah, man. Fuck. I would feel the same way, man. I'd just be going nuts just sitting there every fucking day. But I mean
Yeah.
it's worth it though, because obviously look what happened now. You're gonna be about to be in the Space Force. Is
Yeah.
that is that so like when you go there, is that like an assignment that you have to go there for a certain period of time, or how long do you have to get to go there for?
So now that I'm in the Space Force,
Mhm.
I have to go to a Space Force base after this. So I'll
Okay.
finish this one here in Ramstein, and then after that, I'll be going to maybe Colorado, maybe Korea, just to another base.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for Korea.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Where would you like to go? Korea would probably be really fucking cool.
Dude, there's so many. So my supervisor here just came from Korea,
Yeah.
and he just tells me he loved it there. That's like the base is in the middle of everything. It's right next to. I think it's in the center of Seoul.
Yeah.
So you were just in the middle of everything. They don't allow you to have a car, and I mean it makes sense because everything you have is just everything you need is right around the base, and
Damn.
it's super easy to access.
Don't even really gotta go nowhere.
Right,
But
right.
it'd be fun to explore and go and check out different shit there, you know?
Oh, dude, people manage to do it anyways. Where there's a will, there's a way,
Yeah. I mean, do they give you a lot of free time then to like
man.
go and fuck around?
Yes, yes. So my work day is like 7:30 a.m. to 4.
Yeah.
And after that, the rest of the time of the day is mine. And then I have weekends guaranteed. All Next week we're actually gonna have family days too. So they have family days sprinkled in throughout the year,
Yeah.
where they'll give you like a Friday and a Monday off. So you have a 4-day weekend.
Oh shit. Do you do so what do they consider family days then? Do you get to see your family at all, or what does that mean?
It's whatever you want. It's called a family day because they hope that you'll spend time with your family, but
Yeah.
the day's
Germ
yours.
yeah, Germany's too kind of little too far away to fucking, see your family and shit though too, Take an
Yeah,
airplane.
sadly.
Do you ever
Sadly.
so when you get like days like those off, those 4 days, could you actually fly there to, Grand Island and then go back there? If you would
Uh,
they let you do that shit?
it's possible, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I want just 4 days for that. I'm probably just gonna. So they give me like 30 days throughout the year,
Yeah.
guaranteed, where I can go and spend time with. Well, do whatever I want really with them,
Yeah.
but I'll probably be coming home soon.
Yeah, that'll be dope, man. Yeah. Do they give like Christmas and shit time off around there? Because I know my cousin, well, he was in something different, but he,
Mhm.
was to do with the army and shit. But do they give you like around Christmas time, or if you use your time, you don't really get it?
Um, so yeah, we do get holidays guaranteed. And then we
Oh,
can also throw in your leave days
and
whenever you want to. So you can, if you schedule it correctly, you could coincide with a few holidays.
yeah, and then having extra days off and shit like that.
Hmm.
Damn, that's pretty cool though, man. I mean, so you've been staying pretty busy up there then, huh?
Yeah. So they I've been trying to get something called below the zone.
Uh-huh.
So that gives me one of my promotions 6 months early.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing volunteer opportunities like I judged for this high school tech competition here, and it had schools from all over. They had the Netherlands, they had people, schools from here in Germany. Um, I believe there was one from Poland too, but they just get high schools from around the area and they, build a robot and then we have people, judge them.
Oh shit. So you were one of the judges then, right?
Yep.
Damn, how was that? Did they have some pretty dope robots?
They had some really cool robots. There was this team called Pink to the Future.
Uh-huh.
Um, they had this robot so the robot is designed to actually put rings into certain areas for certain points. And the
Okay.
robot they had was actually fully disassemblable. So you could, you know, if you notice something's wrong with one piece, you just pop it off and then pop a new one in. They made it was all pink, pink to the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
And their presentation was super good. They all had a puzzle piece. They said something, you know, about their team, and then
Yeah.
they put the puzzle piece onto this board, and then they all made their logo out of it. It was really cool. It was really cool to listen to.
And they're high school kids?
High school kids.
Holy
I'm telling you,
fuck.
these kids are incredibly smart, and I don't know. The U.S. needs to pick up on some of these things because these kids had a meeting with 100 companies around here. They actually went that far to get
Damn.
funding for their robot and parts for their robot.
Holy fuck. So they had to do it all from ground up. Holy shit.
Yes,
That's
and
insane.
a few of them actually have guaranteed jobs over in Dubai. It's incredible what they got going on here. The opportunities for the children here is great.
Yeah, it sounds like it, especially if they're already doing that shit in high school, man. They're already figuring their whole fucking life out. I mean, holy shit. So that's
Yeah.
what was the grand prize or whatever that they got, for the, when you were doing the judging, like what was the prize or what was the award or
So they have this award that they get called the Inspire, not the Inspire Award. It's yeah, it is the Inspire Award.
yeah.
So that's their main sort of reward they give the top team.
Yeah.
And then they go on to a final competition where they actually have another level to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that one they get a trophy.
Damn, you gonna be go out there too or what?
If they tell me I have the opportunity to, I'll sign up in a heartbeat. It was amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Um, if I'm still here when they're doing it next year, I'm for sure signing up again. Great opportunity.
Hell yeah, man. Did you go out there with any of your buddies or was it just you?
So it was just me.
Yeah.
It was me, and then they also had other people that volunteered for it,
Yeah.
and they also joined in.
Yeah. That's pretty dope. Is there a lot of guys out there like, doing like what you doing, like taking the opportunities or the voluntary opportunities to, just to get, some kind of reward, like, to get your promotion early? Like, is there a lot of guys like, staying on that kind of shit like you are?
Oh yeah, one of my buddies here,
Yeah.
he and I actually became friends in tech school because we both were trying to get BTZ, and we both are just really hungry for more opportunities to show what we can do to the Air
Oh, yeah.
Force.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. You got to take them opportunities and nobody else want to take, prove yourself.
Right.
That's the best
It's
thing you can do.
it's
Go ahead.
really great. It's really great. Hey, that's all. That's all I was gonna say.
No, yeah. Shit. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it's really fun out there, man. I mean, how far is that shit away? How far is the plane ride there?
Dude, the plane ride, I believe I was on that plane for 10 hours. Partway
Holy.
through the partway through the time zone shifted. So I couldn't really tell by the end of it. I was like, I don't know how long I've been on here.
Okay, so it's a 8 hour time difference over there. So like when you got there from Grand Island to there, was it like dark as fuck when you got there? Or would you leave in the morning from here?
So I actually left it from Baltimore,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And when I got to Germany, I looked at my clock here because it just automatically shifted. It said it was like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So it was morning when I got here. So it was
You,
it was really weird.
you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Now my body was so tired at first. It was, kind of hard shifting
Yeah.
back to into the groove over here with the day night cycles here.
Yeah.
It was just the time zone changes really messed with me.
So like when does it usually the sunset over there?
So the sun sets around I believe it's like 7:30,
Damn, that's kind of
Uh,
early. Or I mean, like, when does it get dark? I mean, that's what I kind of meant.
oh yeah. It's dark around like 8 o'clock.
So
That's when it's like really dark.
so kind of same, just like over here then.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I bet when you went over there, I mean, you're fucking. So basically, it's 2 hours back, 6 hours back from there. Because right now it's 1:30 right now. What time is it over there?
8:30.
Oh,
So
okay.
7 hours.
Holy fuck. So when
Yeah.
you got there, it's just like, what did you even do to adjust your time? Like, what the hell was the
Uh,
best thing that you found that helped?
so I mean, they put me in quarantine
Yeah.
immediately just because they needed to make sure I didn't bring anything overseas with me.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so I had 2 weeks to get my time, get my sleep schedule adjusted. So
Oh, yeah. So you were just, how long did they quarantine you when you went in there?
it was supposed to be 10 days as long as I did my test and came back negative early, but I guess something went wrong, so they had me just stay in here for the full 2 weeks.
So you were just kind of trapped in your room or your
Yes.
dorm? Holy fuck.
Yep.
What the hell did you do? What the hell did you do to
Um,
pass the time?
I was on my phone. I didn't have a TV, but I had a PS4, so I just looked at that thing like you're fucking useless. Um, and I slept. I slept a lot.
Jesus.
It was terrible, man. Honestly, I've never fully appreciated just how much I like being able to talk to people too,
Yeah.
until I was in there and I couldn't talk to anybody. You know, there was no social interaction for like 2 weeks, so I was just I was just on my own.
Just talking to yourself, you know?
Honestly, not being able to hear a voice the whole time, just sitting there in the silence. Sometimes you just gotta
Oh,
talk to yourself.
dude, that drive me fucking crazy. It's like being in a goddamn jail cell, man. Fuck.
Right, right.
What like what motivates you every day to do what you do, to keep going?
Um, the fact that they recognized how smart I am.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say it like that. Let me try and rephrase that.
Okay.
Um, so I joined originally because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then they basically told me like, here, take a test real quick. They said that I got really good. I can pick whatever job I really wanted. So um, I really appreciated that they saw that I could actually do something
Yeah.
and be, you know, a someone who can provide something. And so now I've picked up a sense of wanting to go beyond what I already am.
Yeah.
I constantly want to do better, constantly want to be better than I was, and I'm always shooting for the next target. I first target I really had was to get through um, basic training.
Yeah.
Got that done. My next target was to get security plus in tech school. Got that done. And so now that I'm here, my main focus right now is, putting in as much work as I can so that I can set myself apart from everybody else and get below the zone.
Hell yeah, man. That's a good one. That's fucking good. Where would you like to be in 10 years?
In 10 years,
Yeah.
um, I'm thinking maybe the Pentagon.
For
Maybe the
real?
Pentagon.
Dude, that'd
Maybe.
be what would you like to be doing in there?
So I'd like to probably do some administrative work around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you cut. Oh, there you are. Okay, I thought it cut out a little bit. It was lagging, but no, I heard it. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that'd be dope to go there. I mean, then you can have some high classified shit you'd be working with then.
I mean, you'll be rubbing shoulders with generals at that point.
Yeah, holy shit. I mean, how
Yeah.
long do you plan on staying in, for the Air Force and Space Force? Because I know people do it for 20 years and then retire or whatnot, but do you plan on doing it longer than that? Would you like to?
I'm not too sure at the moment.
Yeah,
All I know for now is that I'm gonna finish out this contract and I'm probably gonna sign another one.
yeah,
Um, because I'll be working with space related. So I'll be working with space related. I'll be working a space mission after that instead of an Air Force mission. And I'm very passionate about space. Anything that I can
yeah.
do to help further humanity reaching for the stars, I absolutely believe it.
Dude, I know.
And
It's just. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll get. Go ahead, man.
well, I was just gonna say, and yeah, I believe in it passionately, and will do whatever I can to help out with that.
Yeah, dude. No, I feel the same way. Like I love space and all that, and it's crazy to think what else is out there. Like how much shit is out there that we don't even fucking know about, and eventually, hopefully we go to Mars and shit. I mean, I don't know if that's true. 2024, they're going to Mars or some shit, or they're gonna send the first astronauts. You hear anything about that?
So what I know is they're targeting for 20, I think it was 2023 or 2024,
Yeah.
manned mission to Mars. And it's honestly the idea of going to another planet besides that it going to another planet is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Ain't it?
it's so foreign, the idea of, another place besides what we've been on this whole time.
Yeah, it's not like it's just another country. It's a whole fucking different planet. Like,
Right.
and to think that they can. I mean, how many years does it take to get there? Isn't it like a few that it will take
Um,
them to get there? I think.
so I think they said that it would be like a 6 month flight over there, or
Oh
I'm,
shit.
I'm not, I'm not too sure. Don't
Yeah,
quote me on that one, but
but
it's
they
it's
can.
not actually as outlandish, or it's not like a super outlandish number of time that it would
Yeah,
take them up there.
because they can come back here and live after. Like it's not like it's gonna be their whole lifetime. They can come back and share their stories about how it was and everything like that. But I
Yeah.
mean, just to think like being out in fucking space, like imagine like being in a spaceship, looking out and looking at all the stars, and like you're going to this big ass planet. Like, dude, that's crazy.
It sounds amazing and terrifying at the same time,
Yeah, it
because
does.
it is just a void, a vast emptiness up
Hmm.
there, and you can see stars, but those things are light years away.
That's so weird because I mean, you would think that once you're up there, you're next to them and shit, but they're fucking far and far out there. But
I
I
know,
mean,
man.
do you think there's some aliens out there or what?
100%.
Hell yeah. I'm
100%.
same there, same here, man, same here. I don't give a
Every
shit.
single star out there, well, a large number of the stars out there have, planets floating around them. And there are trillions of stars out there that we can
Oh yeah.
see. So there has to be something within all that nothing.
Yeah. Whether it's a little spider or a fucking tree, it's like there's got to be some other kind of life, out there. But I mean, because I always see the space movies and everything, and they're like, they go into the water, and I just like think like, imagine like what's in the water in like these other fucking planets and shit. Like just to think like, if there's bigger fish or if there's some deformed looking motherfucker in there, it'd be cool. It's so fucking interesting, but I definitely believe there's other shit out there, man. That's for sure. There's gotta be.
Oh yeah. And honestly, I think it's just in our nature to always to look for something more.
Yep.
It seems like it's human nature at this point to always look for what else there can be.
Yeah.
And all these uh, all these planets out there, it just inspired people like Galileo and other astronomers, and it still inspires people to this day. That's why we have astronauts. It's
Yep.
just there's always something more,
Yeah,
and
there's
so if there's
always
another
more.
race, that's just even better.
Yeah, we gotta find it out. I mean, because I know they sent out like a long time ago they sent out like a satellite or something, and they put like Earth's this here's all of our languages, and here's what we are, we're on Earth, or just like all of our information. They just sent it out a fucking satellite or some shit, and it just keeps going and going and going. I don't know what it's called, but obviously they believe that there's other shit out there. I mean, they it's a possibility. That's for damn
Mhm.
sure. I mean, I know that the Pentagon had released some shit too. I bet you've seen it too about the unidentified aircrafts and shit like that. It's just like, what the fuck. I mean, like now they're releasing it, but it's been how many years and shit. But I just think that they know or something, but they don't want to freak everybody out, because imagine what that would do to the world if there was aliens out here. You
I
know, like
mean, it would turn everything it would turn everything that we know upside down.
it would, and they know it. You know, because I mean, religion and everything that there's religions like this is like the only isn't it like religions like this is the only planet. God's. There's nothing else out there, kind of thing like
Mhm.
that. So imagine if religion's out the window. How much bad shit could happen? Like people start killing each other and shit. What the fuck do we do? And tripping
Yeah.
out and everything. But I don't know. That's why I think maybe they'll release a little bit at a time, little bits and pieces and shit, just to let people kind of know and shit. But I don't know.
Mhm. If you ever find the time,
Yeah,
look up Joe Rogan's podcast
yeah.
and watch the one with
What's his name? Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar. Bob
Yeah, I
Lazar,
watched that one. Yep, that was a really good
Commander,
one.
Commander David Fravor.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, I watched that one.
Super interesting stories,
It,
honestly. And if what Bob Lazar says is true, um, that kind of technology would change the idea of war and the idea of um, you know what it means to be a superpower after that. Because whoever they'll be fighting for who can control that technology.
yep.
You know, whoever gets a hold of and understands that first, they're coming out on top.
Yep, and they're gonna take over the whole fucking world.
Mhm.
And then fucking planets after that, because it's only gonna get worse or whatever. But I mean, yeah, I listen to that. His story sounds pretty fucking solid. So that's why I believe it. I kind of, this one time I seen, I was out, I was in the country. I seen like it was a clear, night, stars and everything, and then out of nowhere I see this, this lightning flash, and I see this like this circle. It's black, and it comes down at an angle, and it goes back up, and it was gone. And I was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, was that yeah, that tripped me out. That's the only kind of thing that I've ever seen that was out of this world. But I don't know if you've ever had any like experience like that.
I can't say I have.
Yeah,
I kind of wish that I could see something
I
like that.
know. Because the only way you're gonna believe it is if you see it. Because I can listen to 1,000 other people's stories. You can listen to mine, but it's just like, okay, you could just be bullshitting me. I want to see it for myself,
Uh,
to believe it. That's just how I kind of feel when it comes to it. But I know what I saw, and it was out of this fucking world. I never seen nothing like it. Because like what
yeah,
comes down like this, like it's a circle, boom, and then just goes right back up and gone. That was it. What the fuck
it
is
it
that?
def- it defies the physics that we know. Like
Yeah,
some of these reported sightings, it's incredible the way that they say it moves. Like Commander David Fravors, the Tic Tac, um, suddenly it's shooting forward and suddenly just shoots up
yeah,
and is thousands of feet up within a second. The idea that something can move that way
yep,
without any visible propulsion is just crazy.
yeah,
And that technology, the idea of that is mind-boggling. And there are people like Commander Fravor who says like it didn't scare him. He saw it and saw how it moved and said, "I want to fly that."
yeah,
And that's incredible. That's
yeah.
incredible.
Because I mean, it was even underwater too, wasn't it?
It
And
went
then it came,
underwater and it suddenly shot up. It was just crazy.
but yeah, I remember that. I can't remember. He said that how didn't they have a little bit of it on film? They didn't have the whole
Um,
thing, right? There was a
they
little
had yeah,
clip. There was
they
footage
they
of it.
they filmed it. But I I think the clip that you're talking about was a different one from recorded from someplace else, not actually Commander Fravor,
Oh,
because
okay.
the onboard recording that he had actually was taken by the Air Force.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, now I remember hearing that in the story, but I don't want people to know that shit.
Oh no, you
It
can't
would
have that.
no, but I mean, it's why would these top guys bullshit like that? You know what I'm saying? It's just it's there, man. I mean, you think, like you said, I mean, there's all these planets, all these stars. You don't think there's nothing there? You're fucking
Yeah,
nuts, It's but back in the day, if you said that, they would think you're nuts. But now anything is really possible to believe anymore. I mean, it's it.
honestly,
I for sure believe that shit.
the the way things have been going, it feels like if aliens landed um tomorrow,
Yeah,
I would not be surprised, honestly.
I wouldn't
The
either.
the type of chaos that's been going on, the insanity, the
Yep.
crazy things we've seen, um, I wouldn't even be surprised.
Just be like, yep, okay, let's go fucking wherever they touch down, let's go see them. Let's go say
Yeah,
what up for some shit, because I that's what I'm saying. Everything that's happened, now, and it's just like being an adult now, it's just like anything's possible. I mean, fucking, I don't know if anything just walked out of space or anything. I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's true. I believe it. The Pentagon releases some shit too. It's just like, it's like, okay, it's cool. Let's do it. Where do we go from here?
yeah. What would even be next after that? You find alien life. What's after that?
Yeah. What do you do? Do you keep building, or what do you want to do? Like, okay, what's up? What do you guys? Why are you here? When do we move forward from here? Like, I mean, because it would impact the world so fucking, so much,
Right.
like, I don't know. If that's against a lot of religion that they don't believe that and shit, so a lot of people might just throw that out the window and be like,
Hmm.
what, and go in panic mode and be like, what the fuck, you know,
Right. It would change the way people understand, like life,
life. Yeah.
because they grew up. They would probably be from a different planet, and they'd
Mhm.
probably have a different structure than us. They
Yep.
wouldn't look like us,
Not at all.
and so people would have to like come to accept that that is a living sentient being, and it would just change how people had to think. It would change our way of thinking after that.
Yeah. And
I don't think it'd be even possible to speculate the way we as a society would function after that.
yeah, I mean, that's why it's probably not happened. I mean, maybe we have to figure that shit out as a society or some shit first, get along or something, instead of being at war, but it's like they could view us from fucking space and be like, why are all these, these different races and shit fighting in, different countries and shit, if they can't get along, why the hell would we go there? you
Right.
know so that might be another factor in that. But no, I definitely believe that. But people watch us think we're fucking crazy, but nah, man. I'm 100% with it, man.
You know, I feel like the idea that aliens have seen us and then have seen the way that we act
Mhm.
and have just decided not to fuck with us. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. You know,
Yeah, given
you got a
our
bunch of
history.
animals. You got a bunch of animals over here nuking each other. Like, why the fuck would you want to talk to them
Yeah,
anyways?
just blow up our own planet and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. But and you think about Mars and shit, though. I mean, maybe that was once Earth or something. Like it was like a fully functioning planet, and with it just burnt out or some shit. Maybe that's what's gonna happen to us. So that's why we need the Space Force to find another planet in the future, just in case when our planet goes to shit, we need to go somewhere else, and hopefully we
Right.
have the technology to fucking get there.
I really do hope that humanity can get past this whole being careless with your own planet
Yeah.
phase and understanding that we're all just one species so that we can actually focus on something that really matters.
Yep.
Like the way people look, the way the color differences we have, it isn't important. What is important though? Going and colonizing other planets
Yep.
and then learning how to take care of those planets better than we took care of this one.
Yeah. So we can get a
And
fresh start, you know,
mhm,
and not fuck that one up. But if we do
yep.
fuck that one up, we got another one we can go to, and then another and another, But that's what we're born to do, is survive. Like we have to find a way to keep living and producing. So
Hmm.
that's what I think it'll come to, is like eventually, people will understand that, but not right now is not the time, obviously, because we're not in panic mode. But once our planet is going to go to shit and everybody's given the time, then everybody's gonna get together and then be more willing to do it and be like, okay, we got to
Right.
get the fuck out of here. But right now, I guess it ain't the time, because our planet isn't at a fucking, like in a dramatic mode to where it's going to shit. But I mean, it is, but it's not to where it's like it's gonna happen in 10 years. We need to get the fuck off of this planet.
Yeah.
Our time is limited. But eventually it will be, and then people will fucking, then get along and then want to fucking get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But right now it's just not the time. It's fucked up, but I guess I don't know what to do.
It is what it is, honestly. I'm just flowing in the breeze over here, man. I can't control anybody else. I can't tell them what to do. So, I'm just chilling, kind of just hanging out.
That's what I'm doing, man. I'm trying to do good. I'm trying to this is why I do the podcast, because I like to hear how people are investing in themselves, what they've been doing, and just kind of motivate people, give the brand a voice, because it's the brand's called Invest in Yourself Clothing. So basically the podcast is just another piece of the puzzle to hear other people's stories, and just, get their view on what investing in themselves mean.
Mhm.
So I'm just trying to put good shit out there too as well. But I nothing bad, nothing negative, or none of that shit, but just trying to do something good.
Yeah, doing your part for society.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
always good.
because I don't. What else are we gonna do? No, like I don't know. You just can't really control everybody else, until we're being controlled. And like I said, like if we're on a time limit, then maybe everybody wants to get along. Then, but
Yeah.
we can all just do our part. I mean, just like
In
with.
the,
I'll go ahead.
in the meantime, do what you can for yourself. Try and advance yourself. That's always good.
Oh yeah.
Advancing yourself is always something you should do.
Yeah, just keep getting better with yourself every year. Every year after next year after that, keep going and going and going, because you're just gonna keep getting better as long as you keep trying. If not, then you ain't gonna be doing dick. you know. But how did we meet? Do you remember how we met? Was it elementary?
I think it was you went to Dodge, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I met you in fourth grade. Who was your teacher back then? Um,
I couldn't tell
was
you.
was it Mrs. Crow?
No. Was Miss Schleicher around? Do you remember what
Yes.
grade she was?
I believe she was fourth grade.
Maybe I had her. I had her. Okay, so I actually do remember that. But
You played
then,
you were you played soccer. You played soccer back in
yeah, just a
elementary.
little bit.
Yeah, I think that's where I met you.
Dude, I remember kids getting kicked in the head with those balls, just like boom, like fucking hard, and they start crying.
Those
And
those kids were brutal when it came to the soccer game,
dude, I
honestly.
know. Oh my gosh, like that's why I never really got too involved with it. But I remember seeing them get hit in the head, the back, and then start crying, and then everybody's in trouble, and no one's playing now.
I remember we weren't allowed to play what was that? What's that game called? Where you sit in where's like there's the four squares
Oh
and then
yeah,
you get a kickball and you throw it around.
yeah.
Um, I think the people kept hitting each other with the balls, so we got that banned. Um, then we started playing kickball out in the field, and
Oh yeah.
people started fighting there, so that got banned
Oh fuck, we had a hell of a time to start shit.
too.
We fucking probably
Yo,
ruined a lot for them.
kids are brutal. Now that I look back at it, I'm just thinking we were literally just a bunch of animals running around.
Yeah, we did not fucking, we didn't know. We were just like putting this little area together 8 hours a day, go to school, and we didn't know what the fuck that was. It's just
Yeah.
like, this is where we have to go. This is it. But I don't know. It was a good time. I mean, when did we ever really start kicking it or hanging out or anything? Do you remember that? I don't have a good memory.
I think it was in middle school.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can't remember which class we had, but I think we had a class together. We were just shooting the shit, right? Shooting the shit instead of doing assignments all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit, man. I remember that one time we the cops pulled me over in front, or not pulled me over. I was on a bike in front of your house. Remember, and you took a picture or some shit. You were in your front yard or your backyard, and you like were laying down, and you took a picture of me like talking to the cops or some shit. I was like in middle school or something.
Oh fuck yeah! What happened that day, dog? What was that?
It was me, Joel, Jose, and Jordan, and they just basically stopped us. So they said we were trying to steal bikes. And so they're like, give me your ID, what's your name? and all this shit, and I was just like, I was a kid. I just gave him some fake fucking, but I don't know. I didn't know, man. I was just fucking scared and shit, but that's what it
Yeah,
basically was. And they let us go or some shit, but someone probably had said something, these kids are fucking around. It was dark out, so just probably starting shit or something,
man,
I don't
dude.
know.
Honestly, it was kind of weird growing up in Grand Island. I'll be honest. Um, I got to I got to watch a fight between, I think it was Jordan and Jaden. I think, were you there for that?
Really? Who?
Yeah,
Jordan who?
and Jaden.
Really? They fought?
Yeah, I
Really? I
got to
don't.
watch that, and I remember watching that fight, and then I think partway through, cops pulled up. So I hopped in someone's trunk and we drove. They dropped me off on some street and were like, "All right, I'll see you later." And I was like, "The
You
fuck
just
am I doing here?"
you just jumped in the trunk and you just fucking drove.
There wasn't room.
Jesus, what the fuck? I don't remember them ever fighting. It was Jordan Savage and Jaden.
Hmm.
Really? I'll have to
Yeah.
ask him. Holy fuck, that's funny as shit. No, I don't remember being there. Maybe they did. I just wasn't there for that one. No, there were always fights in the high school, breaking out and shit, but I never did get in one. I never really did. Did you ever get in any?
No, I
No.
wasn't. I went back in middle school, yeah, and then I kind of realized that was stupid, so I
Stupid.
stopped fighting.
Get yourself in trouble because they don't even like if you were to I think they don't like if you're fighting and defending yourself, you still get in trouble. You still get a
They,
charge.
so the idea of having what it was zero tolerance for fighting
Yeah.
is so stupid.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
you're teaching people you're teaching kids that self defense is something that's bad and shouldn't be done. You
No,
know, you take the hits and then
yeah.
you go and report it and you snitch. That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, you're asking to get hit more. That's just what's
Yeah,
gonna happen. I mean, that you have to stand up for yourself. It's fucked up, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Just sit there and just get the shit beat out of you, and then, well, now I'm half alive, and I'm gonna go tell on them. It's just like you got
right.
to defend yourself. You can't. Okay, so you're out in the real world, and someone tries to beat the shit out of you, mugs you. You're gonna sit there and tell the cops after. It's just like
Exactly.
you can't do that.
Exactly. In real life, if you don't handle yourself, handle your problems, you're just becoming a target.
Yep.
And so you teach them, like, you teaching kids to let themselves become a target. It's essentially what you're doing,
Yeah.
And I think that's just stupid.
Yeah, I don't know when the hell that became in effect. I mean, I don't know if that was even if that was just like new when we started, but I remember in high school that was a damn thing. You did not want to get caught in there. You wanted to go to the park right next to it. What was it? What's that
Yeah.
little park? What was that park called? I don't
Um.
fucking remember. It was like diagonal from the fucking school. I don't remember, but you wanted to go to that one. Anytime you drove by there and there was kids there, you knew they were ditching, ditching or fucking getting ready to fight or some shit. But I
Man,
don't.
I didn't get caught dead there. I was either I don't know where I'd go actually when I would ditch. I don't even know where I went, honestly. I went to Dwight's house. That's where I go. I'd go and hang out with him. He
Get
was
out
in,
of
he was
sight.
in success, and so he'd do his classes and then go home.
Yeah.
And then partway through my day, I'd just be like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna fucking go.
Yeah, because they had the people that would sit out in front of the doors or, before you would exit and just be, all right, see you. And then just wave. They just say nothing. I think it's actually changed now because for that reason, but I don't know that because you could just walk out and they ain't gonna say shit. you know,
Yeah.
I remember doing that too, man, all the time. I didn't really change shit around. And like, when was the moment like you changed your shit? Like you, or not, you're not saying you're bad or nothing, but like when you really got tapped in with what you wanted to do and that you wanted to keep bettering yourself.
Um, I think it really happened my senior year.
Yeah.
But I realized, like, I was really screwing up when it came to school,
Hmm.
and I did not have the best GPA. So I thought, I'm not gonna get into a college with this. I'm gonna have to, pay out of pocket, take out some
Yeah.
loans. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I did try the college route for about 2 months, and then I was like, this isn't it. I
Yeah.
don't like this. And so I I started working. I was working at Best Buy.
Oh yeah.
Then I lost my job there.
Really?
So well, I didn't lose my job. I kind of quit, and then I went over to McCain's and was working a factory job, and I hated that with a passion. So I
You're
was
like,
like,
this ain't
you know
it
what?
either.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get a good paying job unless I work in a factory. Um, I don't have a degree, so no one's gonna pay me a real good pay there. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm signing up for the military.
Damn.
And honestly, I do not regret that shit at all.
That's fucking dope. I mean, that was your moment. You were just like, just trying to figure out what you want to do, and then you just landed into it. That's just what we all do. It just
Mhm.
happens. You know what I'm saying? You go through all your shit, and it just happens. It's not like, I don't know. It just doesn't really. You don't really even expect it. It just comes to you, man, and then you love it. I don't know. You know
Yeah.
how else to explain
Honestly,
it?
if it had been 6 months before that, I honestly would not have joined. But it seemed like just all those things happening had to have happened for me to finally reach the decision to accept this opportunity.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's crazy the way that life sort of leans you into the direction that you need to go.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I don't know. I just it just like I said, you just go through shit and it happens, and then you go with it, and then you never like okay. So here's another thing. When what 10 years ago, what the fuck did you think you'd be doing with your life today at age 20 or 21?
Um, honestly, 10 years ago, I thought I was going to become a doctor.
Yeah. Now look. I mean, look how much changes because you go through different shit that makes you change your mindset, and you start liking different shit, and boom, here you are now.
Yeah. You know, and it's crazy how this opportunity just led to more of them being presented.
Yeah.
And you know, now I'm transferring into a brand new branch of the military that has a space oriented sort of mission. And it's really something that I definitely want.
Yeah.
You know, I can say without a doubt, like this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
Before this, I remember being that. Sorry.
no,
I
I was gonna
remember
say the
being that
same thing.
boss teenager who just didn't know what he was going to do with his life. Now
Yeah.
here I am.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say too. I mean, I went to college and I was just like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Why am I here? You know? And then it hit me, and then you just go with it. And now I know for sure this is what I want to do. And
Yeah,
it's a good feeling because I remember feeling so confused and like fuck man, everybody keeps telling me it's just gonna come to you. It's just gonna come to you. And I'm like, they're just fucking bullshitting me, you know, but it did. It didn't
yeah,
pass me up, you know. And I'm sure we're gonna find more shit that are gonna go along with what we want to do in our careers that are gonna keep presenting themselves, and we're just gonna keep moving forward with it, you know. It's not like and we're gonna keep knowing for sure, yep, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do next, you know. It don't stop. More opportunities are gonna present themselves as we grow in our career and become bigger, you know, and get a better name for ourselves, you know.
yeah.
And we're gonna have more opportunities for sure.
It's it's crazy, honestly. But it's really taught me, you know, seek out opportunities. You know, you seek out opportunities that will open up more opportunities for you,
Yeah.
and you know, keep growing, keep trying to do better every day. And my MTI back over in at Lackland for
Yeah.
BMT, he grew up in Missouri, and he had a similar sort of experience to us where he just was lost and didn't know what to do. And then he joined the military, and he said he loved it and didn't want to look back. And he just had a way of inspiring motivation, you know,
Yeah.
getting that motivation out of you, getting that willingness to actually try and do better every day out of you. And they'd make us do push-ups there, but our MTI would get down and do the push-ups with us as a way of like motivation and showing us that motivation, motivating us and showing us that, you know, he's there with us.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
he was a leader to the T. You know, I highly respect that, man.
Right there
He
with
got
you.
to what's that?
Right there with you doing everything, and that's the best leader to do it, man.
Yeah. No, he showed the way. He showed the way, and he had a way of coaxing out that motivation out of you. That was his really that was really his um that was his go-to, man. He was great.
Yeah. That's dope though. I mean, that's the kind of leader I want to be. I'm sure you want to be that way when you when it comes your time to be the fucking leader, because that's
Yeah.
the best way to inspire them. I mean, if I'm some fat fuck, telling everyone, do this, it's just like, geez, this guy's a fat ass and don't know what he's fucking talking about. It's just like, fuck it, but you know what I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, it's just gonna be crazy to see what we got. We're just getting started in our careers and shit. I mean, it's gonna be crazy to see where we go in 10 years. I mean, you said, told me where you'd like to be in 10 years, and like you said 10 years ago, you wanted to be a doctor, so who knows how fucking accurate that's going to be, but it might be even more better, you know what I'm saying? But you have some kind of plan or something that you are working towards, some kind
Yeah.
of route, that you do definitely know you want to do. But I
I
don't
mean,
know. I'm glad, you came on, and I'm proud that you're doing all this shit though, man. For real, like, you fucking look where you're at now right now, man. That's
I
dope.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, man.
You look like you're doing great too, man. Look like your business is working out for you.
Oh yeah, man. I'm just getting started though, so it's just kind of, struggling to fucking, keep going and staying at it, but like these podcasts, they really do help. They
Yeah.
really do, keep me motivated. Same thing when I see someone wearing my shirt, it's just like, that's fucking dope. That's what keeps motivating me, but
Yeah, man.
you just gotta find that kind of motivation no matter what it is, just you gotta stay at it and have some motivation that keeps drawing you back to it every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Get up every day, have that vision of where you want to be and stick with do something to help and get that goal even closer to you every day.
Yep.
Whether it's practicing, whether it's you want to be like a like a musician,
Yeah.
they practice every day. Sometimes you gotta just get up, and practice whatever it is that you're trying to do,
Yeah.
and just constantly pursue excellence.
Yep.
That's one of our core values here in the Air Force. I've sort of adopted it. Sounds kind of cheesy, but try and do better every day.
Yeah.
Do better every day.
Yep. And then that's what I'm saying. That's what draws you to keep doing what you do every day. I mean, that's what helps you, man. Everybody has to find theirs, but you found yours, and you got something that motivates you every day, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
But I mean, did you want to add anything else or say anything for the people before we wrap up?
Semper Supra.
What's that? What's that mean?
Oh, it's Semper Supra is the saying for the Space Force.
Okay.
It means always above. Always
Oh,
above.
yeah, man. I can tell you're
Yeah.
excited for that shit, man.
Yes, I am. Love space.
2022 can't come any sooner, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But
But it was
no.
great being on here, man. It was
Oh
great
yeah.
being on.
Oh yeah, man. I always tell everybody, you got 24 hours, you spent one with me. I'm grateful you came and did that shit.
Yeah.
But thanks again, man. Take care, stay in touch.
Yeah, dude. I'll be hitting you up soon, man.
All right, man. Thank you again, man.
You take it easy.
See you, man.